Well, well, well. 3 months later, and people are still wondering what happened at Mare Fair. And I'll tell you what happened. Literally nothing bad happened at Mare Fair. Everything went so well. It was a complete success, and we barely had any incidents. It was 3 days of pure absolute fun and shenanigans. Now, before the video actually starts, anyone who wants to rant and complain about the con in the comments, please do. Please comment before you even watch the video. I want to see a shitstorm of criticism and arguments down below, but please don't go overboard, please. Now, first off, I just want to thank MSP and Corpulent Brony and all of Mare Fair staff for making this entire con happen. Mare Fair 2023 was a Brony convention held in Orlando, Florida, from September 29th to October 1st. It was mainly created by 4chaners wanting to do an adult-only con, which is something that none of the other Brony conventions are. All of them were mainly held for family-friendly audiences. Mare Fair said, "Fuck that shit, we're doing our own thing. No kids allowed." Now, since it was an adults-only convention, there was a lot of things that would normally be frowned upon in a normal convention. We had only 18+ panels, we had silly costumes, we had cursing, memes, we had alcohol, and room parties. So many room parties. As for the vendors, we had quite a few vendors, all amazing and talented. They all had an incredibly great time, and they made quite a good profit. Fantastical had stuff that was unique for this con. They had shirts, stickers, and even in a non-Philly costume. Fanny even had a line for their stall that went around the room. AZG Chip is a plush maker, and he had a wonderful selection of plushies. Although he had a small variety, they were all amazing. I'll actually show you something. See these three right here? These are over $1,000 each. They were all gone by the end of the weekend. Soap Pony was selling handmade, custom-scented soaps and essence. He does have an online store, snowpity.shop. Anon the Anon and Jargon Scott were selling hats, royal letters, prints, and paper crafts. We did have some trouble with the AC in the vendor hall. For a while it wasn't even turned on. Vendors who were in there most of the time eventually started to report feeling nauseous because it was so hot in there. It was eventually taken care of and the AC was turned back on. We also had a Mare Gallery. The Mare Gallery is an art gallery, but with mares. It featured beloved artists from around the fandom, some with actual oil-on-canvas art. We also had a featured artist, JA0822CK, known for his soulful mare drawings. We had a bunch of great and powerful panels. 6 Mare Appreciation panels, 3 Pony Plush panels, a Spaghetti and Tendy Dinner panel, and literally watching paint dry, which I fell asleep in because I was drunk, and I still passed. The memes. Oh my god, the memes. So many memes. Stickers, ants, feet, ants on feet, yelling mares literally for no reason at all, and then making a big chant about it. Furries, Poomph, the Mare Van, some gay jokes which weren't actually jokes, and many more.
What is it with these people and their pony-themed cars?
SeaWorld was open the entire weekend, as well as Universal Studios. We had quite a few people go. There was a big selection of restaurants around. McDonald's was a big hit, mainly because it's the world's biggest one. It has 2 stories, a huge play place, different items on the menu that you can't get anywhere else, and it has a certain character that was probably its main attraction to Mare Fair. There was also 2 other places that I went, called Chewy's and BJ's. Chewy's is a Tex-Mex style restaurant. They make all kinds of huge Mexican dishes. I had a delicious burrito and then shit my brains out later on. BJ's is a brew house with a wide selection of dishes. I had the New Orleans jambalaya, and both places were just amazing. 10 out of 10 places. I would definitely go again. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Wawa. We had a convenience store called Wawa. I didn't even know what Wawa was until I got there. It's almost like a smaller Buc-ee's, but almost everyone at the con went to Wawa. It was literally the Chad gas station. Someone actually made a Wawa plush too after the con to give to them if we end up having another con at the same venue. The concert was probably the best part of the con for me. I didn't know who a lot of the artists were, but here are the ones I thought were the best. Electrocaplosion started the show with an amazing singing performance. I really liked it when he sang Little Mare Story. Very, very catchy song.
There are many mares. You're not the only one. They all love to smile.
Cantersoft did lovely covers of a bunch of Daniel Ingram songs. They also did a few of their own songs. My personal favorite was Raise This Barn.
I can't wait to see them when they reach the other side.
Unfortunately, I was not there during DJ Wiener Schnitzel's set because I was too busy taking care of a friend who had a little too much to drink crash in my room. But I heard he played and had fun with all kinds of classic songs.
Are you here to party? Let's get banging!
Voltraz was my absolute favorite set. Awesome pony AI singing with amazing beats and funny short conversations between characters. If you weren't there, definitely check out Vol's YouTube channel. Metalcore Pony I loved, mainly because I'm biased with metal and hard rock music. As for Sound Bandit, I had the pleasure of seeing them before at Everfree. Amazing and funny artist.
Ponies, 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 ponies.
Mick Miag had a crazy set filled with all kinds of samples and crazy beats. And just an amazing rapper and artist. Definitely wish I would have known about him sooner.
I'm 200% sicker. Sicker. My royal card tastes sicker. Sicker. They hate us cause our stripes is bigger. Sicker.
The staff at Mare Fair were helpful, respectful, and most of all, fun. I got to meet a bunch of amazing people just from the staff alone. They were dedicated to making us feel welcome and working to make this con absolutely great. Now, there was one medical emergency that was thankfully taken care of fairly quickly. One of the staff was actually dehydrated and started throwing up and was getting very dizzy. The ambulance was called, and by the morning, the staff member was all taken care of. We also had a charity auction. If you don't know what a charity auction is, basically people donate items to get auctioned off. Once everything is auctioned off, all the money is then collected and donated to a charity. Our charity was Fallen Oak Equine Rescue and Rehabilitation. Fallen Oak was established in 2011 in Florida. They rescue neglected, abused, and/or abandoned horses. They then put the horses into rehab and rehome them. But they also offer sanctuary for the horses who can't be rehomed for the rest of their lives. For those who were not there, we raised almost $60,000 for Fallen Oak. Like, it makes me smile just saying that. It was so crazy the amount of money being spent at the auction. We had a person buy an art piece for 10 grand. I actually almost started tearing up because I knew all this money was going to such a great cause.
$10,000 and sold!
Oh my goodness.
After Mare Fair ended, the following days I got sick and immediately went and got an at-home test, which both tests came back positive. I was only sick for like 2 days, but I found out I wasn't the only one. Con crud is very common from what I've been told. The following weeks, I heard from multiple people talking about other people on Twitter complaining about Mare Fair. mainly about the alleged anti-Semitism, transphobic, and anti-LGBT stuff that was going on around in Mare Fair. Now there was one incident with some idiots making a windmill at a pool party. That was one thing out of the entire con that really pissed me off. I did talk to staff management about it, and they basically told me that the pool was out of con space, so they weren't able to control that. It was a separate thing that a few attendees did outside. If the pool was part of the con space, I can guarantee you that would not have happened. Heretical Harmony did make a video going into more depth about the shitstorm on Twitter, and he did make some points that I disagree with, but I'll leave a link in the description if you choose to watch that video. I'll leave you with a fair warning, he is very blunt about his points. Now if we do end up having another Mare Fair, I would love for it to be in the same venue. More community guests, more artists and musicians. I think having an adults-only brony convention once a year would totally spice up this fandom. I've already heard about new friends going to each other's houses and seeing each other again and just partying over the weekends, just because they met each other at Mare Fair. It's quite wholesome. Even me, I found out that a few people that I met at Mare Fair live near me. It's very surprising. And I think that's all, folks. If you were at Mare Fair, let me know in the comments what was your experience like, your likes and dislikes, what you would like to see in the future. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
And what is it with these people and their pony-themed cars?